Alright, let's kick off with a bang. Today we're diving into Wild Tale. Old White had no choice but to talk to Sol in a conventional way. That night, Sol was just wrapping up at the office when bam! Someone snuck up behind him. Sol spotted a hole just big enough for a body and nearly lost it right there. Old White hit him with two choices: defend the guy for cash, or enjoy a final meal, take your pick. To save his skin, Sol declared he'd give it his all and even asked for a symbolic dollar. Hey, it's the lawyer code. The next day, Sol strutted into the precinct, all confident, vowing that the guy would blow the whistle on Heisenberg. But first, the guy had to be freed. The big fish don't sweat the little shrimp. Sol, pulling some strings, found a doppelganger for Old White to serve as a scapegoat. This poor guy didn't mind doing time if the pay was right. Old White handed everything over to Sol, and the stage was set time for a show as the guy was released. Sol had him reach out to Heisenberg, but oops, no photo of the scapegoat. Turns out, the old man of the guy was playing pretend as Heisenberg, and poor Sol was in the slip and slide. Old White hit a brainwave, sent the little guy to make a friendly pit stop while he played dumb in front of Hank's car. Old White's simple but effective plan gave the little dude enough time to clue in Rolly. The cops just happened to witness the transaction, and their nervous knees buckled, revealing a peak of professionalism that was truly invaluable. And just like that, the crisis was averted. With no outside disruptions, Old White and the little dude could move on their master plan. To stash some cash for his family, Old White plotted to monopolize the local art scene. Fully aware his time was running out, he fabricated an excuse about being away on a business trip, feeling a slight pang of guilt, but still hoping his wife would comprehend his actions someday. He strolled into the airport with a suitcase, and once his wife was out of sight, he popped back out to meet the little dude. Everything was running smooth, and off they went to the countryside for their big project. In their isolated spot, even the clueless little dude was catching on to chemistry basics. After 2 days of grueling work, they churned out over £40 of art, and minus expenses, they scored a cool 1.3 million. What an insane ride. No wonder people in this industry say once you're in, you're hooked and can't quit. They couldn't wait to return and collect their share of the dough. But when the little dude went to start the car, it was dead. Talk about embarrassing. Turns out the little genius had left the keys in the ignition. Now the battery was toast after 2 days. Old White just stared at him like, really, dude? But luckily, they still had the generator. But wait, little dude dumped water on the generator and bam, it's out of commission. Old White was at a total loss. They had a slim chance with the dry powder extinguishers, but for now, they were stuck waiting to die, and even worse, no signal. With their last drop of water splashed on the generator, Old White's feelings were beyond despair. So, there they were, stuck in the middle of nowhere for 2 more days. The little dude asked why Old White couldn't just make some power. This sparked a light bulb moment for Old White, and he quickly told the little dude to collect every piece of metal he could find. The more, the merrier. They say when you learn well, you can conquer the world. After a bit of tinkering, he crafted a mini generator from metal and success. Fire in the hole. With a panic, they rushed to part ways. The little dude dashed off with the art to cash in, while Old White was headed to the hospital. Miraculously, after treatment, he started to improve, leaving even the doctor stunned. This only fueled Old White's fire. He was determined to make the most of his time and rack up cash. When the little dude caught wind of this, he shouted, "Mr. White, you're kicking butt. Time to celebrate and expand the bez." They targeted the east side, but little did they realize on that day a grave, unforgivable mistake was looming on the horizon. They were selling art without the local mafia's blessing, and boy, did that bring trouble. The duo went blank, totally unaware of their missteps. What's worse, their crew bailed as soon as they got wind that the little dude was in hot water. So, right here, they were holding on to a mountain of gold and silver but utterly unable to cash in a single penny. Old White had no choice but to seek out Lawyer Sol, rumored to know everyone in the business. They rolled the dice at Sol's office. When he heard about £40 of fire, his eyes lit up. Sol knew a big shot but wanted a 20% cut, which Old White immediately accepted. The next day, they followed Sol's lead to meet the big shot at her fried chicken joint to talk about unexpected. But the little dude strolled in late, looking like he spent last night causing trouble. The chicken shop owner asked what the little dude wanted, but he dismissed him outright. After 2 hours and still no big shot, Old White decided to call Sol, feeling like everything was going sideways. Turns out, the big shot saw him but lost interest. Old White was left utterly baffled and speechless.